Hello, everybody. This is Todd Berkich coming to you live from my home studio. This week, I just didn't feel like being on camera, so I decided to record something for you all. It's not a song, it's not jokes, it's just my thoughts about Thanksgiving and being thankful. So, Truth Day number 21, being thankful. Thank you for listening. See you next week. Being thankful. As a human being, I am never satisfied. I never have been and probably never will be. All through my life, I have had this drive to move forward, to constantly set new goals and try to find new measures of what I would call success. I was and continue to challenge myself as a professional actor and even to go deeper as a man, but this year, everything, and I mean everything, was put on pause. The pandemic hit the United States and the world. I'll never forget when it became, quote, real for me. It was March 13th, 2020, a nice Friday evening, and I was having a drink at Don't Tell Mama's in New York City. See, I had this tradition every time I went into the city. If I had a productive audition, aka booked the room, I would go to Don't Tell Mama's and visit my friend Allison, as well as some of the very interesting regulars there with their fantastic stories and spectacular lives. If I didn't book the room, I went home. Well, this particular Friday, I had a wonderful callback for a character I've wanted to play for years, and I was feeling good. So I went to Don't Tell Mama's and was happy to see my friend Allison behind the bar as a pianist played and some of the usual gents were sitting there. However, it was an odd day. My callback was unusual in that the director was there via Skype on a laptop with the two casting directors sitting beside it. The hallways of Pearl Studios were basically empty during an audition season where they would usually be filled with hopeful actors all vying for their next gig. Then there was the streets going from Pearl Studios on 8th Avenue all the way to Don't Tell Mama's on West 46th. As I was walking, I noticed a smaller amount of people as if it wasn't a Friday night, but a Sunday evening when folks were resting up for the work week ahead. It was then that I remembered Broadway was shut down the night before. As I spoke with Allison and a few of the regulars, some of them who had shops dedicated to Broadway, there was fear, but a sense of, no worries, it's New York. We'll be shut down a couple weeks and we'll be back at it stronger than ever. Unfortunately, that was 8 months ago. It's now November 2020, and even though we are being told for the good of all of us to stay home and not travel, it is the week of Thanksgiving. Most years, it would be a time of being with all of our families, some of us traveling to do our holiday theater shows, but mostly a time to reflect and give thanks for all we have and are grateful for. For a lot of folks, this is going to be a very hard holiday season, with loss of employment, some loss of homes, and, or most importantly, lives. But I don't say all of this to bring you down. Instead, I want to lift you up. Now more than ever, it is a time to give thanks. I know it seems cliche and, or as some would say, hokey, but we need this time to reflect on what we still have. We have our hearts, our minds, our dreams. We still have a future. I know it's a dark time for a lot of us right now, but we as a people have survived everything this world has thrown at us so far, and this is just another one of those things. Yes, there are and were great losses along the way, and some still to come. I know that. But we all shall overcome if we keep the faith. If not in a higher power, then at least in ourselves as a people. So I say to you, give thanks. Give thanks for your families, your wives and husbands, your children who are indeed the future, your pets who make us laugh and sometimes scream when they poop on the rug. I digress. But give thanks that we may not have our venues, but that doesn't mean we can't sing or create or pretend or make art. Art. Take the time and give thanks. Give thanks for those who are fighting this pandemic with every ounce of courage they have. Give thanks that we can still keep going. And one day, hopefully sooner than later, we can all be together again to hug, to breathe, to laugh, and to maybe just smile. But most importantly, give thanks for the love that we can all show to each other, the respect that we can all show to each other, by instead of thinking about ourselves, thinking of the greater good. Something really simple. Wearing a mask. Not because you're afraid, but because you love. That's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for all of you. So in conclusion, I just want to say, happy Thanksgiving. And may you all be safe and healthy as we go into this holiday season. Remember, folks, you are not alone. Someone, even if it's just one person, loves you for you. Remember that. I hope you have an amazing week. And until next week, remember to breathe, laugh, and smile. God bless. Cheers.